I want to take an opportunity to speak to the pastors and the spiritual leaders of our nation. We're having some really difficult times allowing pastors to challenge the men in their congregations and community with the responsibility to rise up to the level and the standard of maturity necessary to impact your city. Now, I want to put this in biblical context. When Paul is writing to a young man named Titus, and you should look at this in your Bible emphatically, and he says in chapter 1, verse 10 of Titus, that there are many unruly, there are many men that are out of order. And that could describe our churches, that could describe our ministries. We can barely get the men to come out and to form the order of responsibility to carry the spiritual charge and burden of our communities. So what is the answer to that? I've written a book called What is a Man? And it addresses many of the principles required of men. But Paul says that if we're going to get our ministries to have an impact, it says Titus in chapter 1, verse 10, many are unruly. In verse 13, it says they require a sharp rebuke. That means that there's going to be words that are offensive, because a sharp rebuke is something is felt so that they might return to sound faith. Now, who would have thought that a sharp rebuke would heal a man? Many of you are laid back, and many of you are passive and not engaged. I want to challenge you. I'm going to give you a sharp rebuke that you might return to sound faith so that you're able to rebuke sharply those men that are unruly in your community. And either we're producing disciples or we got circuses producing clowns. So I want to shoulder with serious pastors. If you want to invite me in to give your community of men a sharp rebuke, I'm open for that, because we would rather have men at the front lines of the trenches of our battles in the Lord than to have cowards that are unengaged, uninvolved, and do not participate. So call me up, let's get together, let's talk, let's engage in conversation so that we can accomplish the great commission to make disciples of all nations. God bless you.